How's it? Today is Friday, August 9th. It's the fourth day after a week of mandatory rest from life because I had COVID. Today is, like all my other Fridays, both lifts, snatch, and clean and jerk. I wasn't super sure how heavy I should have went, so I went kind of in between something that was meaningful and something that was really light. I essentially decided to do 85 for 5 singles for the snatch, which is 5 kilos up from the doubles that I did on Monday for snatch. And then I did 110 for my clean and jerks for 5 1+1s, which is 10 kilos more than the power clean, hang clean, power jerk that I did on Wednesday. And I don't know, man. I feel like that might have been a little bit too much overall. I don't know. The weight itself was pretty light, but at some point during the clean and jerks, I was like, wow, this is taking a lot out of me. I decided not to do front squats today because as I was warming up, my entire right side of my body was just really, I don't know, like uncomfortable. My right adductors were on fire. So anytime I was kind of below parallel in the squat, my hips felt like they were gonna pop. And then my right lumbar was really tight. So as I was warming up, I do like a little, with my McGill Big 3, I do some like twisting, like lower trunk twisting. And anytime I twisted to my left side, so stretching my right lumbar, was really uncomfortable as well. My right upper back was just, yeah, I don't know, man. Everything was all right, like all right in a bad way. But I mean, I made all my lifts. Everything seemed like it was moving pretty well. I feel like this snatch right here, this 70, was probably the best one I did today. I think one thing that I'm trying to do is just lift. Today, that was the one thing that I was trying to do, was just lift. I feel like lately I've been focusing really hard on doing specific technique cues and everything like that. And and I feel like that has been helping me a lot. But today was more of like just do what I got to do to make the lift. And, there is a certain time and place for you to have to do that. That's typically when you're about to max out. And when you're doing light weights like this, you probably should be focusing more on technique. But I don't know. I had it in my head. I was like, all right, like I'm just gonna do lifts today. And certain lifts were okay. Some of them were good. Some of them were bad. And I feel like when I was kind of going through this, one of the things that I was thinking about was like, how am I gonna get to snatching 115 soon? I don't know if that's going to be. I said it last week before I was forced into a little hiatus. I'm planning to do 115 in like 8 weeks. That was what it was with last week. So this would be like 7 weeks out for me doing 115. And like, there is a world where it does happen where I'm going to be able to do it. But I don't know. Today the weights felt not light. The weights felt like pretty heavy, and like it doesn't look like I'm struggling a lot when I'm lifting the weights, and it's because I'm not. But I feel like 85 shouldn't feel the way that 85 felt today, and I feel like 110 right here shouldn't feel the way that 110 felt today. One thing that was really like a positive for me was that my shoulder wasn't really hurting too much. There were some situations where I felt like it was a little bit uncomfortable, but for the most part, my right shoulder, on Tuesday, I mentioned it. Tuesday, it was like when I was overhead pressing. Yeah, don't do what I just did there. I was like, yeah, I don't know. Don't do that. That's a clean jerk. It's not a clean and jerk. That's really, really, really stupid. That's how you get hurt. And I was like, 110 is not super heavy, so I was like, yeah, I could probably just do it. And it was really, really slow, and positions were very, very sloppy. And I was like, yeah, don't do that. That's really stupid. Yeah, This is probably the only one where my shoulder felt really like not great, and then all the other ones were okay. Like, I think that my start position for my cleans is a lot better than what it was on Wednesday, and then also what it was like 2 Fridays ago when I was lifting a little bit lighter weights on that like deload week. I felt like my cleans were all over the place that day, but today it was a lot more just like, yeah, just lift and do what I know to be proper, and I felt like I did pretty okay. Like, if I had to like evaluate the way that I lifted today on like a letter scale, like a schooling letter scale, my snatches are probably like a B. Like, there's a lot of things that I did today that was a little strange, but again, I wasn't really thinking about too much. I felt like maybe the ideas of me like pushing that, getting my elbows through a little bit quicker was maybe a little bit over exaggerated, but that's fine. Again, just trying to lift today. And then my cleans were probably closer to like a B plus. My jerks were, except for that one stupid one, probably like a A-ish. I don't know. My jerks today were really solid. My dips were very good. I felt like I was pushing the bar very straight, and that is really all I care about. And it felt really like solid overhead. My elbows weren't really strained, or like my shoulders were chilling too. So yeah, I don't know. I made it through today. I'm probably gonna front squat tomorrow with some deadlifts, some bench press. So yeah, catch you tomorrow. That's it for today. Thank you for watching. Like, comment, and subscribe. Shoots.